You bring down the other pair, 2 5. So this is 12 now, and the double of 12 is 24. And now we must introduce a digit here. But what digit should I introduce? 2 4. Whatever digit I introduce will be very close to, say, 250, right? Because 250 is a convenient number, and 1225 is very close to 1200. So approximately I'll get an idea of what digit to introduce there. 1200 by 250 is what? Will give you a quotient of, I think 5 will give you quotient. Okay, it'll give you a quotient of 5. So what we try here is we try 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so what we do here is you try 244 into 4. So you get 6, 17, 976 you get, which is less than 1225. So what you try is you try 245 into 5. 5, 2, you exactly get 1225. Okay, so what you do here is you put the digit 5 and you put the digit 5 here. So 1, 2, 2, 5. So your remainder is 0. So therefore, what is the square root of 15625? The square root of 15625 is 125. In fact, plus or minus 125. Okay, but we don't need the negative sign here. Okay, we will consider the positive square root of 15625. So this is what we have found out the square root. So first part is over. Find the value of square root of 15625. Next question is evaluate. Therefore, now we need to evaluate this 156.25 plus 1.5625. Okay. Now we are going to evaluate the value of this from this only. From this only we are going to. How? We first convert this decimal to a fraction. So 15625.25 can be written as 15625 divided by 100, and this can be written as 15625 divided by how many places how many decimal you are shifting here. You're shifting 4 places, 1 2 3 and 4. So in the denominator you must have how many zeros? 4 zeros. Okay, so this becomes square root of 15625 divided by square root of 100 plus square root of 15625 divided by square root of 10,000. Now square root 15625 we have found as 125. So we write 125. We only work with the positive sign. Okay, no need to work with the negative sign. Square root 125 divided by 100 is 10 square, plus again this is 125 and this is root 10 to the power of 4. So this is 125. Square root of 10 square, you have a power 2. So this simply becomes 10. The radical we can remove, plus 125 divided by 10 to the power of 4. You can write this as square root of 10 square whole square. So now because of this 2, the radical we can remove. So we have 125 divided by 10 plus 125 divided by 10 square. Because of this 2, we were able to remove this radical. So this is 125 by 10 plus 125 by 100, which is equal to 12.5 plus 1.25, which is, if you add, you get 13.75, which is your answer. Okay, any question in any step?
No, sir. No, sir.
Not
Fine.
no, sir.
Move on to 10 part 2 then. Ten part 2. Question here is evaluate root over of 147 into root 243. Okay. Now how to evaluate this? You see that you have two square roots and you have a multiplication sign in between. Very important. Please remember throughout your life and do not confuse root x into root y is always equal to root over of x into y. But root x, whether plus or a minus sign in between, root y is not equal to root over of x plus y. Remember this throughout your life. If you see two radicals, if you see two square roots, and if you see a multiple sign in between, not a plus sign or a minus sign, then you can write this as square root of 147 into 243. Very important note to remember this one. This note that I have given you is very, very important. Remember, when there is a multiplication sign between two square roots, you can convert it to a single square root. Okay. But when there's a plus or a minus sign in between, you will not be able to write this as root over of x plus y. For example, suppose I have root 3 plus root 2. Then I cannot write this as root over of 3 plus 2. This is wrong. I cannot write. But if I have root 3 into root 2, I can write this as root over of 3 into 2 equal to root 6. Please remember. Okay. So now once we have got this as a single radical, if you multiply 147 and 243, you are going to get 35721 if you multiply. Now the question is how to find out the square root of this. Okay. So again, we'll find out the square root by division method. Three, 5, 7, 2, 1. And then this decimal. Start pairing these numbers. Okay. So 1 into 1 will give you a 1. Remainder 2. Bring down 5, 7. Double this 1 together 2. And now we have to introduce a digit here. So what digit should I introduce? 25 into 25 is 125. 26 into 26 is, or better approximate. Any digit that you introduce here will be very close to 20. And 257 is very close to 260. So now 260 divided by 20. Um, 260 divided by 20 will give you a 13, which is more than 10. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll try with the numbers 26 into, yes, you were saying something? Anyone said something? Okay.
No, no, sir.
Mhm. So this is what we do is we try with 7, 8, and 9. Okay. So 27 into 7 is 189. So 27 into 7 is 189, which is less than 257. So we try with 28 into 8. 224. Okay, which is just less than 257. We try 29 into 9 also. 29 into 9. 81. 1826. 261. So 261 is greater than 257. So we'll consider digit as our 8. So 28 into 8 is 224. Subtract, you get 33. You bring down 21 and double 18, you get 36. Now we want to introduce a digit here. So what digit should I introduce? Again, have an idea. 36 something or some digit will be very close to 360, and 3321 is very close to um, let's say 3400. So now if you divide this 3400 divided by 360, what is the approximate, what is the quotient that you get here? 36, cancel this, 170, 118. So you get an approximately, I think 9 you will get. Okay, the quotient is 9. So we try with 8 and 9. Okay, here we try with the digits 8 and 9. So let's see what happens. So we have 368 into 8. 8 into 8 is 64. 48. 48 plus 6 is 54. And 24 plus 5 is 29. 2944. Less than 3321. But still I'm not satisfied. I will try with 9 also. 369 into 9. 9 into 9, 81. 6 9, 54. 62. 9 3, 27. So we are getting exactly 3321. So we will keep 9 here. 9, 9. 3321. And you get a remainder 0. So we'll draw a rough column and do this. Okay, since I don't have space. This division method you'll do in fair, but the calculations you'll do in a rough column and show these calculations. So what are you getting the square root of this as? We're getting the square root of this as 189. Okay, take only the positive sign. So that is what was required. You have evaluated 147 into root 243. You have got 189. Okay. The next sum that we are going to do here in this exercise is 11.4. 11.4. 11.4, you have evaluate root 0.01 plus root 0.81 plus root 1.21 plus root over of 0.0009. Now this is, if you convert all these to fractions, it will become very easy. So 0.01 can be written as 1 by 100. 0.81 can be written as 81 by 100. 1.21 can be written as 121 by 100. And 0.0009 can be written as 9 by 1 and then 4 zeros, which is equal to square root 1. Square root 100 means 10 square plus square root 81 divided by square root 10 square plus square root 121 divided by square root 10 square square root 9 divided by square root 10 to the power of 4. This can be written as 1 by 10 because there is a square, because of which you can remove the radical, plus square root of 1 is 1, That's why. And square root of 81 can be written as 9 square divided by, we'll convert this 10 square to 10 a little later. Or maybe I can convert now, no problem. So 10 square is 10. And root 121 is 11 square. This is 10. Plus root 9 is 3 square. And this 10 to the power of 4 can be written as 10 square square. Okay. So what happens? You get 1 by 10 plus 9 square is, root over of 9 square is 9 divided by 10 plus root over of 11 square is 11 divided by 10 plus 3 divided by 10 square. Okay. So this, what does it become? This becomes 0.1. This becomes 0.9. This becomes 1.1. And this becomes 3 by 100. Okay. So let's see what happens. So 0.1 plus 0.9 plus 1.1 plus 0.03. So this is how much? 1, 2.1, 2.13. So this should be your answer, 2.13. Otherwise, if you are comfortable with these steps, okay, no problem. But there is just a small variation of this method. What you can do is from here, in fact, both are the same methods, not different methods, but just a different way of writing. What you can do here is, you can write this as root over of 1 by 10 square, right? Or better still, let me do one more step before writing the step. What you can do here is, you can write this as root over of 1 by 1 square by 10 square. This you can write as 9 square by 10 square. And this you can write as 11 square by 10 square. And this you can write as 3 square by 10 to the power of 4. Now what you can do is, you can write this as 1 by 10 whole square. You can write this as 9 by 10 whole square. This you can write as 11 by 10 whole square. And this you can write root over of 3 square by 10 to the power of 4, I can write as 10 square whole square. Okay. So now what happens? Because of this whole square, we can remove the radical. So this becomes simply 1 by 10. Similarly, for the next one, 9 by 10, root over of 9 by 10 whole square simply becomes 9 by 10. 11 by 10 whole square simply becomes 11 by 10. And this one you can write as 3 by 10 square whole square. So this becomes 1 by 10 plus 9 by 10 plus 11 by 10 plus, because of this square, I'll be able to remove the square. I get 3 by 10 square. Okay, now this becomes 1 by 10 plus 9 by 10 plus 11 by 10 plus, switch off your cameras, cameras not required, 3 by 100. Now what you can do here is, you can either take the LCM, okay, you can take the LCM here, or you can write as I had done in the beginning. You can take the LCM as 100, so this becomes 1, sorry, this becomes 10 plus 90 plus 110 plus 3. Okay, so this becomes 100, 210, 213 by 100, which is 2.13. Either you can do this from here, you can do this, or you can simply write here. Instead of doing this, if you don't want to do this, okay, then you can write as we had done previously. 1 by 10 you can write 0.1. This you can write 0.9. This you can write 1.1, and this you can write 0.03. In either case, whatever you do, you'll get the same answer, 2.13. So whether you take the LCM here as we have done, or You convert it into decimal and then add, you'll still get 2.13. Any question?
Not.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Let us do
No,
the
sir.
second last one then. Second last one will be your 11.6. Okay. 11.6. Let's do. Evaluate square root of 10 plus root over of 25 plus root over of 108 plus root over of 154 plus square root 225. All these are within radicals. All these are within square root. Okay. All these are within square root. Okay. Although it looks a little, twisted problem, but it is a very straightforward problem. And the more difficult it looks, it actually is very easy. So we just do step by step. 10 plus square root 25 plus square root 108 plus square root 154 plus square root 25 is nothing but 15. 225 is nothing but 15. You know that square root 25 is 225 is 15, right? We forget about the negative square root. We only consider the positive square root. Okay. So now what happens? We add these 10 plus first of all we write all this as it is, 25 plus 108 plus, now square root 154 plus 15 is 169, right? So this becomes square root of 10 plus square root of 25 plus square root of 108, and square root 169 you know is 13. So this you get square root of 10 plus square root of 25 plus square root 108 plus 13 is how much? 221. 154 plus 15, 169, 108 plus 13 is 118 is 121. 121. Okay. So this becomes root over of 10 plus square root 25. And what is square root of 121? Square root 121 is 11. As 11. So this becomes 10 plus, this is square root 25 plus 11 is 36. And square root 36 is 6. This comes down to only root 16, which is 4. Okay. Any question in any of the step?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
We work out the last problem, number 12, and we have very limited time. I'll try to finish in this whatever time that we have. 7 minutes. It's going to be a little long, maybe. I think last one. So let us finish the last one. The last question states 3/5 of the square of a certain number is 126.5. 3/5 or 2/5? Yes, 3/5. 3/5 of the square of a certain number is 126. Okay, find the number. So let the number be, let the original number be, let the original number let the original number be x. Now the question here is 3/5 of the square of a certain number. So what is the square of x? Therefore, what is the square of x? Is equal to x square. And 3/5 of the square of x is 3/5 into x square, which is 3/5 x square. And it is given here that 3/5 of the square of a certain number is 126.25. So according to this problem, 3/5 of the square of a certain number, 3/5 x square, must be equal to 126.15. Now the question here is how to find out x from this equation. Okay, so what you do here is you convert this to a fraction, and then we'll work. That is, we can write this as 3/5 x square is equal to, convert this to a fraction, 12615 divided by 100. Now you cross multiply. You get 3x square into 100 is equal to 12615 into 5. So that means x square this as 300x square is equal to 12615 into 5. We'll not multiply this, keep it as it is. We'll see what we can do with this. X square is therefore 12615 into 5 divided by 300. Okay, so this is what is x square. Okay, so let us see what x square comes out to be. Let us cancel 60, and again this will cancel with 5, 5 2, 5 5, 5 2, 5 3. Okay, so you get 2523 divided by 5. But how will I find out the square root of this? That is the main question. How will I find out the square root of this? Can anyone tell me how should I find out the square root of this? Can anyone tell me? Or can I do something in order to reduce my work?
Then we have to divide it by 5, subtractor.
We have to divide it by 5. Yes, you can make 5 as a perfect square. So what you do here is 2523. I have a 5 in the denominator. How can I make this 5 a perfect square? By multiplying it by 5. And when I'm multiplying this by 5, I need to multiply this also by 5. Right? Now let's see what happens. X square is equal to, now 2523 into 5 is 12615 12615 divided by 25. So that means what is my x? My x here is square root of 126. In fact, this should be a plus or minus sign also, but I'm simply taking the positive value here by 25, which is square root of 12615 divided by square root of 25. Now, what is square root of 12615? You can find this out by division method. Okay, I'm keeping this as your task to find out the square root of 12625. Okay, so if you find out the square root of 12615, you will get 112.3. If I take till 3 places of decimal, 112.316, and the square root of 25 will be 5. Okay, so if you divide this now, yeah, this should be 12615. Yeah, this is okay.